Hey guys, my name is Brandon and welcome to or welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you like what you see in here, you're more than welcome to hit the subscribe button so you stay notified every time I upload a new video. Okay, let's get straight on with today's video. Hey everyone and welcome back to Is That More Brandon. So in today's video I'm going to be doing a review to the first episode of Celebrity Big Brother 2014. Fuck, it's 2024. Hey everyone and welcome back to Is That More Brandon. So in today's video I'm going to be doing a review for the first episode of Celebrity Big Brother 2024. Now, it's been 6 years since this show has been on with celebrities. We obviously had the non-celebrity version earlier. We obviously saw that Jordan was the winner. I will be honest, I didn't exactly watch the entire series, but I kind of got a glimpse of who I liked and who I didn't like. I think out of all of them, he was one of my favourites from the beginning anyway. I think I watched about a week and yeah, kind of lost interest, but I don't think that was purely because of the people that were in it or because of the structure of the show. I just think there were so many other things going on at the same time, I couldn't really concentrate. But yeah, that was, I guess, a good 1 week of the series that I saw, but I think this one, I'm definitely going to probably watch the entire series, purely because one, they are celebrities, so just kind of see how they actually are in a house, and obviously two, because I'm someone that absolutely would love to go into Big Brother, but I'm not a celebrity, so I can't do the celebrity one, and I have applied in the past and obviously have been unsuccessful. So yeah, I'm going to kind of just review it as a viewer. But yeah, I mean, so far, just with the first episode I've seen, it is very, very interesting so far. Like, you've got 13 very unique and very different people in there. There's obviously some straight away I'm not really a fan of, so I will get into that. But yeah, you have 13 people. I know there was a few rumoured people to have gone in as well, but I think only some of those went in and the rest of them were a bit like, oh yeah, I kind of knew you were going in kind of thing. So yeah. At the beginning of the episode, obviously we saw AJ Dudu and Will Best, both looking absolutely gorgeous. I think AJ looks absolutely stunning whatever she wears. Red is definitely one of her colours. And then for Will Best, he is fire. He looks fit. Probably another man crush that I'm adding to a list at some point, but yeah, he's really, really hot. So if we go right to the beginning of the episode, we obviously found out that there's going to be 13 people going into Big Brother, 13 housemates. The first person that we were introduced to, so the first person that was going in was actually TV reality star Sharon Osbourne. So when she did her little video, she basically said she was the reality TV OG. She said it's going to be one hell of a ride with obviously her going in there, and I guess she knows how to deal with people because she was doing it on a talent show for goodness knows how many years. As soon as she got in, I was like, oh my goodness, she's actually quite short, but she does look exactly the same as what she used to look like when she was on the X Factor. Obviously she has aged a little bit, but she still looks incredible, and she still has that really spiky short red hair look, which I guess that's the iconic hairstyle that she's known for. As soon as she went in, she was spoken to by Big Brother, who basically said to her that she had a secret mission, that because obviously she's quite good at judging people, what she needed to do is all 12 of the other celebrities coming through the door, she had to basically judge them based on first impressions. One of them would actually end up facing eviction this week. So what she had to do was put 3 of them in the danger zone, and then one of them would be facing the public vote this week. So she had to put 3 up in some sort of fire that she, I guess, didn't really have great intentions of, or you know, she didn't really think they were good on her first impressions, and then by the end of the week one of them would be up for nomination along with whoever else. So second housemate that went in, so this is technically the first housemate after Sharon, but the second housemate going in, Louis Walsh. Now, I don't know if this was a complete setup, sending 2 judges from the exact same show who clearly have a history of being in fights, arguments, disagreements, whatever. So he went in, again, he looks exactly the same, again, just a little bit older. He first went in, and he basically said there's no use for the wicked. So I guess kind of being in Big Brother, you have to kind of be used to the unexpected, because you're kind of going into a world, you're leaving the world for 3 weeks or however long, no phone, no social media, and you just have to live with these people every single day for 24 hours, every single day of the week. And Big Brother also explained to Louis that Sharon had a secret task, and the 2 of them had to go into some weird lair, some weird room somewhere. So obviously for the third housemate, they thought they were coming in and they were the first contestant without realising there was actually another 2 hidden in a room. So as of now, at the end of this episode, I don't think the other 11 have met Sharon and Louis yet, but I'm sure they'll be revealed at some point. Third housemate was Nikita Kuzman. So he was actually on Strictly Come Dancing. His word is that he is competitive. And as soon as he walked through the doors, Sharon basically said, oh, he's pretty. So, you know, I guess he's already on good terms with Sharon and she hasn't even met him yet. He went to have a glass of wine or a glass of bubbly or something, and he kind of was like, oh, am I the only one here? Obviously he's not, but and I think this is the nice part of the show, that they genuinely think that they are on their own. I'm sure they have an inkling that they're not the first ones there, or that, you know, only 11 of them been in there is a bit weird. And then obviously it was revealed to them that there's people already up for nomination. The fourth housemate to go in was Ekin Su. Now, for those of you that haven't watched Love Island, she won it 3 years ago with Davide. They kind of have been together, not together, together, not together, and I think as of now they're not together. But yeah, she was obviously on Love Island 2021. She won the show and she is absolutely stunning, and I think she's one of those who's gone on to actually, you know, do things, not just, you know, get like a brand deal or something like that. She obviously has all that at the side as well, but she also goes on to speak about different projects and different things and important things in the world. So yeah, it was really, really nice to see her kind of be entered. She said she's quite glamorous, she's quite quirky, and sometimes people think that she's weird. And as soon as she went into the Big Brother house, she obviously met Nikita, and Louis basically said, this is Ekin Su, she's basically been on every show. She hasn't, she's only been on Love Island, she went on The Traitors, Australia I believe. But yeah, and obviously now she's been on Big Brother, so she could potentially be a front runner, but she's one of my favourites so far. Number 5 was Colson Smith. So he has been on Coronation Street since he was a young boy, and I think he's been in some sort of police drama as well, obviously since being a little bit older. He said that he's usually judged on his character, and now he's going to be judged as a person. Sharon said he seems quite pleasant, and Louis explained that potentially he could get quite boring. Up next, number 6 was Gary Goldsmith, so the uncle of Kate Middleton. I wouldn't really call him a celebrity, I just kind of guess, yeah, your niece is in the public eye, so yeah, you're, I guess, potentially going to be thrown into that world at some point. If you're already not being spoken about in the papers, you definitely will be after this. He said that winding people up is his favourite hobby, and that's the reason he's had 4 wives. So, you know, sometimes you just annoy people so much, they leave, and then you get someone else. And I made a little joke when I was watching it that, you know, he's catching up with Henry VIII here, 2 more wives. As long as you don't behead them, you've actually had just as many wives as Henry did before he obviously passed away. Up next was number 7. This was Marisha Wallace. So she's an American Broadway star and musical West End star. She said going to the Big Brother house is almost like a first day of a new musical. And as soon as she walked through, she was very energetic, very over the top, she had a really, really nice pink dress, but I could tell potentially she's going to be trouble. I'm not sure who's going to have the first fight with who, but I think definitely she's going to be somehow involved within that. And then as soon as she walked through the doors, Sharon basically said, oh dear. So I guess even with Sharon, she's a bit like, uh-oh, I'm not really sure what to expect. Look who's just walked through the door. Number 8, David Potts. So he is the guy from Ibiza Weekender. He's also presented The Cabins. He was also on Celebrity Karaoke with Scarlett Moffat as well. Really, really funny guy. Very, very over the top. Very, very gay. Very, very rainbow, flashy, whatever. Even his entrance outfit, he was literally wearing a pair of shorts and then like really expensive shoes. But he is very, very funny. And I think people will either love him or hate him, either in there and also the public as well. But I think the public love him. So let's just hope people don't go, oh God, it's him. He said he's a natural born leader, and although he doesn't really want confrontation, he said he's ready for it if it comes about. But I guess he's one of those people that maybe just looks a bit crazy and a bit stupid and whatever, but if he needs to have a deep conversation he will, and if he needs to shout at someone, I'm sure he wouldn't refrain from doing that either. Number 9 was actually Levi Roots. So this was the man that created the Reggae Reggae sauce on Dragon's Den however many years ago. He said that Big Brother seems to be a brother from another mother. And he said when he was first heard about being on the show, he didn't really like going on reality TV. He didn't really want to go on reality kind of shows because he doesn't really see himself as being famous. But I guess for Big Brother, he's like, well, this is a completely different type of show. This is like an experiment, which is a little bit more different than just something else. And Louis said that he basically seemed to know everybody's names as he went in, so I think straight away he knew Marisha, and then he obviously knew some of the others. And then I think what I kind of thought here was actually everyone's got a name badge on, so of course he knows everyone's name. He either knows them or he's looking at the badge and then going, oh, it's nice to meet you, Sarah, or whatever their names are. Up next, number 10, so we had ZZ Mills. So she is a presenter, and again I think she'll be someone that people will either love or hate. She said that, you know, although on her show she's kind of very out there. She speaks about different things. She's got a lot of her own opinions and things like that. She also has a softer side where if she was to see someone cry, for example, she'd actually probably end up crying. So something like that. She does have emotion, you just kind of need to find it. So yeah, that's, I guess, someone from the radio, which would be quite interesting. Number 11 was Lauren Simon. So she is from the show Real Housewives of Cheshire. She said that she would genuinely listen to people's opinions, but she wouldn't take it on board if she didn't agree with it. And I think she also said that she wouldn't really get involved with politics because she just doesn't really know anything about it. As soon as she walked through the door, Sharon basically said that this woman looks like she was dressed like a cat. So she was wearing like a really tight, glittery jumpsuit thing, or kind of like a dress. I'm not really sure. It was kind of some sort of yeah, sexy, sparkly outfit. Up next, number 12, so Bradley Riches. So he is actually from the show Heartstopper. I will be honest, as of now, I haven't actually seen Heartstopper, so I don't really know who he is or his character in the performance. So I would probably have to have a little watch of that just to kind of go, oh, that was him, kind of thing, like I did with It's a Sin. I think I watched it like 3 years later, but no one needs to know about that. And then finally, number 13, we had Fern Britton. So she is probably the oldest contestant in there. She's from Loose Women. Louis basically said that she's lovely, she's been on TV forever, and adding that she probably isn't going to know who the rest of the other housemates are, probably because they're either in reality that she doesn't watch, or just because they're, you know, in different parts of the world and industries to what she's in. Obviously then at this point, Sharon did have to make her decision based on their initial walking into the house, who she wanted to put in that fire potentially to go up for eviction. And then Louis kind of jumped in and said, well, you know, you got Zizi, you got Lauren, they were kind of two you weren't really a fan of. And Sharon basically said that she hasn't seen enough of Zizi, so she probably was going to put her in the fire. And in the end, she chose Gary because he seems very nervous, he doesn't seem very comfortable. David, he seems like a bit of a show-off, trying too hard to be fun. And then for Zizi, she has no real idea or sense of who she is, so she doesn't really know much about her as of now, so, you know, that's kind of the only reason based on first impressions. Fern basically said to Gary that he needed to put himself out there, so I guess he's not really been on these types of shows before, being in kind of the royal family or links to the royal family, so she basically said to him, look, you know, sometimes you just have to put yourself out there and, you know, see what happens. And then Big Brother started talking. David told everyone to shut up. And we basically found out at the end of the episode that obviously those 3 that had rings of fire around them were Gary, David and Zizi. And I think a lot of the housemates at this point were like, oh my God, there's definitely other people here. Like, we can't have people up for eviction because no one's gone to Big Brother or the Big Brother room, for example. So yeah, I would say very, very interesting so far. I don't think any more people are going to go in. I mean, I could be wrong. There could be another 3 or 4 or 5 wait in their little isolation rooms. But I think out of those 13 so far, I think my 3 favourites, I would say, are probably Ekin-Su, just because I think, you know, she's very smart, she's very pretty, you know, she's really, really good. David, just because he seems like a whole ball of laughter. I think he's going to be really, really funny. And then I guess Louis and Sharon, but then yeah, I don't know, they might get on my nerves a little bit. But I do also like Fern Britton. I think she's kind of one of the, I guess she's probably one of the underrated ones. Like, you would probably assume people are going to find her boring, or, you know, she'll end up getting knocked out in the first couple of weeks. But, you know, I think with these older people of reality, they know how to play the game. They know how to work the TV cameras. They know how to make connections and friendships and things like that. And I guess they kind of know in competitions like this, who should you align yourself with, who should you kind of stay away from, because that will kind of decide your fate depending on the crowd that you're with as well. So it's a really, really interesting kind of game, but the most important thing is that they all have fun. The most important thing is that there's arguments and then there's drama and there's, you know, people, you know, disagreeing about different things and all these different side tasks. So yeah, as of now, really, really good start. I will be watching it every single night. I'm only going to be watching the 1 hour on TV. I'm not going to be doing any of this 24-hour staying up camera nonsense. I just don't have time for that. Yeah, if you do enjoy my review, don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. Who are your favourites so far? Let me know down below. You've got Sharon, you've got Louis, Nikita, Ekin-Su, Colson, Gary, Marisha, David, Levi, Zizi, Lauren, Bradley and Fern. They are your 13 housemates for Big Brother. And AJ and Will, you've got those 2 as the hosts as well. So yeah, if you did enjoy, don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. And until my next review, thank you for watching, and please do not swear. You are live on ITV. Thank you very much. Goodbye.